Studios proudly presents Midweek Minis. And here's your host, Andrea Lee.
Hey y'all, and welcome to this week's Midweek Mini. I do want to let you all know that we were still on vacation on Monday, and even though I tried to get myself together for us to pre-record Monday's episode, it just didn't happen. I just had so much going on trying to get ready to go on vacation, so I just couldn't pull it together. But I do apologize for you. But hang tight, because this coming Monday we have a really great episode coming for you. Well, as I mentioned, me and Billy went to Tennessee over the weekend, and boy, we had a really good time. We stayed in this little cabin called the Cardinal's Nest, and it's located over in Sevierville. The host of that cabin, the Bohannons, are fantastic people. They put so much thought into this cabin. I can't even describe. I mean, it's the little details. It wasn't a big cabin, but it was just perfect for me and Billy to go and have a weekend away from work and kids and whatnot. It was really awesome. But I do highly recommend them. You can find them on Airbnb. And again, the name of that cabin is the Cardinal's Nest. Now, Sevierville is just like right outside of Pigeon, so you're close to all the action, but you're not like right in the middle of it, like especially that traffic. Now, speaking of traffic, the first day we were there, we were sitting at a red light on the parkway, and all of a sudden, the truck that was in front of us threw it in reverse and backed like right into my car. And I do want to mention, I just got in the car the week before, like exactly a week before. So yeah, the first day we were there, we ran into. But the thing is there was literally no damage to my car, other than a scuff that was like right on the grill. But we did get the guy's information, just in case, something came up. But so far, so good. And the funny thing is this guy, he was from South Carolina. He's from a town that's about 35-40 minutes from me. But he was super nice, and it really upset him. And we actually had to calm him down instead of him having to calm us down. But he was really nice about it. Now, on that Saturday, we went to Alcatraz East, and I have to say that if you're going to be in that area, you need to check it out. It's a crime museum. And if you do go, wear you some good walking shoes. When we came out of there, I looked at the counter on my phone, the step counter on my phone, and there was over 3,000 steps. So yeah, there's a lot of walking involved. There's stairs also that you have to take to get to the area where the museum is, because when you go in, it's the tickets and whatnot, and then they direct you to a flight of stairs. Now, they do have an elevator, so if you can't do the stairs, they do have the elevator too. But like I said, there's a lot of walking, so wear you some good shoes. But anyway, there was like everything related to crime that you could imagine, because there was like one area that was dedicated to mobsters. There was a big thing on Al Capone. There was a section that was Bonnie and Clyde, which was one of my favorites. There was a serial killer section, and you know how I am. Serial killers are like right up my alley. They even had John Wayne Gacy's Pogo the Clown and Patches the Clown costumes there. And there was just so much cool stuff. There is no way I could name everything that was there. But they check them out. They do have a website. But if you're going to be in the Pigeon Forge area, and if you're really into true crime and that type of thing, go check them out. So on that Sunday, we rode through Cade's Cove. Now, y'all gonna laugh at this, but we're riding through, and traffic is kind of bumper to bumper at certain times through when you're driving through Cade's Cove. Well, I look over to this little field that's to my right, and I'm like, what is that? And Billy looks at it there. He's like, oh, it's just a tree stump. Well, it moved. And it was black. Okay, now I'm going to say it was a good, probably 100 yards from us. And I was like, Billy, it's a bear. I was so excited because as many times as I've been in the mountains, I have never seen a bear before. But anyway, we were like, oh my God. So, I had taken my Canon with the really good long-range lens. And I took the picture, and we were just like, oh, we saw a bear, we saw a bear. So, we go on driving through, and I'm just going to tell you, when we came home on Monday, and I put the memory card from my camera into my computer and started pulling up the pictures that I'd taken, I just felt myself deflate because it was a turkey, y'all. A really big turkey. But hey, it was wildlife, so, that's cool. But anyway, when we left from Cade's Cove, we went to the Skylift Park. And I faced my fear of heights. Now, I sucked it up and I did the sky bridge. From the ground, when you're looking up, it doesn't look that long. You're like, I can remember when we got out of the car in the parking lot, I was looking up at it and I was like, that wouldn't take no time to do. But no, when you get on it, it's probably one of the longest paths you'll ever walk in your life. I didn't make it all the way across, though. When we got to the part where the bottom is glass so you can see down below, I couldn't do it. But I did make it over halfway from the whole thing, because I would say if the glass is way past the halfway mark anyway. So I did make it over halfway. Now, the thing is it's a suspension bridge, so it's going to wobble and shake a little bit. And when I had turned around to come back across, because I couldn't do the glass part, there was some kids, and I'm talking little kids too, with their parents coming across the bridge, and all of a sudden they take off running. Well, when they take off running, the whole bridge just it's like earthquake underneath it. And I almost panicked, but I held myself together, and I made it off there without hurting myself or anybody else involved. But I was proud of myself for doing what I did, because you're not going to get over a fear by just running from it. Now, on the way down the steps from the bridge, I did get to see a bear finally. Of course, I was thinking this was my second bear of the day, but we're coming down the steps to go back down to the chairlifts to take you back down the mountain. And Billy's like, oh, look, there's a bear. And I thought he was fooling me. But no, I looked down and there's this building that was under construction that we could see. And that bear was on top of that. Now, I didn't get any pictures of him because I didn't take my camera with me when we went. I only took my phone. And I couldn't zoom in good enough to get a picture of him with my phone. So then, anyway, fast forward to Monday. We checked out of our cabin, and we went back to Cade's Cove because, I was reading online that the best time to see bears is like early in the morning or late in the evening. So we went back hoping, to see a bear, but we didn't get to see any. Now, we did see a lot of wild turkeys, and I'm going to say they do have some really big wild turkeys at Cade's Cove. They're eating well up there, y'all. But, and we saw some deer. There was a couple of little deer that came out in front of us and just kind of stood there and watched us for a few minutes. And they were really cool. But, I gotta say, Cade's Cove is probably my most favorite place on earth. It's just, the views are breathtaking, and there's so much wildlife there. I mean, even if it's just a little squirrel, like you get to see at any time, or especially where I live, we see squirrels all day long. But it's just amazing being there and seeing what the universe has, out in nature for us. And those mountains, there's nothing like it. I'm at a loss of words just, trying to describe it. I mean, if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. It's amazing. We're planning on going back in the fall and taking the kids, probably once the leaves start changing for fall. So, that's really all I've got for today. I am going to share some of our pictures from Tennessee on the 3M Facebook page. But I hope y'all have a good rest of your week. And, give us a shout out if from our page, or you can email us or whatever. So, we want to hear from you. Y'all have a good day.